Good day, this is Sir Bren. Our lesson for today is about hypothesis test. For t-test, one sample mean. So yung previous natin na video is the z-test. So yung video na to talks about the t-test. Kung titingnan natin, we will refer to our table here. So our table tells us for t-test refers to sample which is small and is less than 30. So ito yun, no? N or the sample size is less than 30, and then the sigma is unknown. Sigma again stands for the population standard deviation. Yung ating given here is the small s, which is the sample standard deviation. And then we will also use the degrees of freedom, which is equal to the sample size minus 1. Kasi gagamit tayo ng t-table or the t-distribution table. First procedure for the hypothesis test is to know the null and the alternative hypothesis. So I will read while formulating the null and the alternative. A company manufactures car batteries with an average lifespan of 2 or more years. Okay, an engineer claims this value is to be less than 2 years. Yan yung ating alternative. So we will do first the alternative hypothesis. Mu is less than. So yan yung claim ng ating engineer, no? Less than 2. So therefore, the opposite of the null hypothesis is mu. Kung yun ay less than, kung yung alternative natin is less than, yung ating null is greater than or equal. So, meron tayong equal sign din than 2 years. Okay? So, number 2 procedure is to get the alpha value or the significance level. Since 99%, no? So, 100 minus 99, that is 1%, or 0.01 in decimal. And then also sa t-test, kunin natin degrees of freedom, df, is equals to n minus 1. N natin dito ay, in this sentence, using 10 samples, no? That is our n. So 10 minus 1, the degree of freedom is 9. Mamaya kukunin natin sa t-table yung mga yan, no? To get the t critical value or the t value. Okay, next is to draw the graph and get the t value. Yung ating center, which is the population mean, is equals to 2. Okay, sa given natin, no? And then, since less than yung ating sign dito sa ating alternative hypothesis, this means that the rejection region is at the left side. Okay, and then we will get the t value or the t critical value sa ating t distribution table with degrees of freedom 9, and our alpha level, by the way, this is left tail test, no, of 0.01 alpha. Okay, tingnan natin sa ating t-table. Gagamit tayo ng t-table instead of the z-table. So, our alpha, tingnan natin yung one tail, no? One tail dito. Sa taas, kita nyo yung one tail. Since yung ating graph is one tail, gagamitin natin yung one tail. And then, our alpha is 0.01. Hanapin ng 0.01. Ito yun, ano? 0.01. And then, we get the degrees of freedom, which is 9, no? So, yung tapat-tapat ng 0.01 and 9, the value here is 2.821. Okay, 2.821. So, this means the t critical value here is, this one is 2.82 in 2 decimal places. Since nasa left siya, di ba yung left natin is negative, we will write negative 2.82. Next step, number 4, is to solve for the t-test for one sample. The formula is t is equals to x bar minus mu all over s over square root of n. Okay. So yung ating X bar dito, I will read. Okay, dito tayo sa third sentence. Using 10 samples, he measures the average lifespan to be 1.8 years. Ito yung ating X bar. Minus yung ating population mean, which is 2. No? Ito yon. All over the sample standard deviation na given, that is, okay, i-underline ko ha, this is with a standard deviation of 0.15. 0.15 over the square root of our n here is 10 samples. Okay, the square root of 10. Sa calculator natin, masosolve natin yung t as negative 4.22. So, titingnan natin sa step number 3 kung nasaan yung negative 4.22. Okay? Yung negative 4.22 is nandito siya sa kaliwa ng negative 2.82, which is our t value. So, therefore, yung ating t value lies within the rejection region, which is the shaded part. Therefore, sa step number 5, since the t value negative 4.22 lies within the rejection region, we will reject the null hypothesis. Okay? There is a significant difference between the two parameters. And yes, the average lifespan is less than 2 years. Next example, the nutrition label on a bag of potato chips says that 1 ounce serving of potato chips has 130 calories. In order to verify whether or not the nutrition label is accurate, a random sample of 20 bags is taken and tested. The mean of the 20 bags is 134 calories with a standard deviation of 17 calories. Is there an evidence that the nutrition label is inaccurate? Okay, step number 1. For our null hypothesis, the nutrition label on a bag of potato chips says that 1 ounce serving of potato chip has 130 calories. So, ito yung ating magiging mu is equals to 130. So, in this case, yung makikita is yung null. Mu is equals to 130. So, the opposite of the null is mu not equal to 130. Next procedure is to get the alpha level. Alpha level here, since walang sinasabi dito about the confidence level, so by default, the confidence level is 95%. Na pag walang given na confidence level, by default, that is 95. So therefore, if our confidence level is 95%, our alpha or the significance level is 5% or 0.05. So number 3, we will draw and get the t critical value. Since our yung alternative hypothesis is not equal, so we will be having a two-tailed test. Magkakaroon siya ng rejection region magkabila, left and right. This is the 95% confidence level. And then yung ating region of rejections is 0.05 divided by 2 on both sides, which is yung center natin, that is mu is equals to 130. Now, we will get the t critical value. Ito mga yan, no? T critical value sa ating t table. Degrees of freedom here pala, by the way. Degrees of freedom is equals to n minus 1, where n is itong 20, no? Sample size is 20 minus 1, that is 19. Tingnan natin sa ating student t table yung value ng ng t crit natin. Kita mo dito sa table natin, merong one tail, may two tail, no? Hanapin mo yung two tail. Okay, so tingnan natin yung 0.05 sa two tails, no? And then degrees of freedom, that is 19. So yung tapat niya is, the value is 2.093. So we have here 2.093 positive and negative 2.093. Okay, kung yung makukuha natin sa step number 4 lies within the shaded area, we will therefore reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, we will fail to reject. So we have t is equals to x bar minus mu all over small s divided by the square root of n. Okay, our x bar here is 134. So yun makikita natin dito, yan ano. So the mean of 20 bags is 134. Ito yung ating x bar, 134, minus yung ating mu. Ito yun ano, yung 130 na nasa ano natin, null and alternative. So we have 130 all over small s. Yung ating smallest here is the sample standard deviation, which is 17 calories, divided by the square root of n. N is 20. So the square root of 20. Okay, our t value is equals to positive 1.05. Okay, tingnan nga natin kung nasaan yung 1.05. So 1.05, kung titingnan natin sa step 3, so kung nandito yung 0, yung 1.05 lies within here, no? 1.05. So yung 1.05 natin, nandito siya sa region of non-rejection or the non-rejection region. Therefore, since 1.05 lies within the region of non-rejection, we will fail to reject the null hypothesis. We do not have enough evidence that the nutrition label is inaccurate. Thank you very much. This is Sir Ben. Hope you have learned from this lesson. I will see you on my next upload. Goodbye and God bless.